I, 27F, never expected to be sitting here typing this, but something inside me just snapped and I need to share my story. Maybe to make sense of it, maybe to finally let it go. Either way, here goes. Growing up, I was always the other. Twin, not the brilliant one, not the beautiful one. Just the other dot. My twin sister, Elisa, was everything my parents could have dreamed of, at least in their eyes. She was born first by 9 minutes. Apparently, those 9 minutes were enough to crown her the golden child for life. I know how petty that sounds, but it's the truth. And I want to be clear, this isn't just sibling rivalry. This is about decades of emotional neglect, favoritism, and betrayal that led up to a moment I still can't believe actually happened. My parents stealing the wedding fund my grandmother left for me and giving it to Alyssa instead. Let me rewind a bit. Growing up, I wasn't exactly invisible, more like background noise. If Alyssa got a B on a test, my parents would throw a mini celebration when I made the honor roll. "Oh, that's nice, sweetie," followed by a quick pivot to Alyssa's volleyball drama or boyfriend crisis. It was subtle at first, but the older we got, the worse it became. In high school, I was class president, captain of the debate team, and landed a scholarship to a top university. Alyssa was popular and pretty. She skipped classes, dated around, and barely graduated. Guess who got the bigger graduation party? At family dinners, it was always Alyssa this, Alyssa that. One time, I brought home an internship offer from a Fortune 100 company. My dad didn't even look up from his plate. My mom said, "That's nice, but did you hear Alyssa might move in with her boyfriend?" I wish I were exaggerating, but I'm not. And here's the part that still stings. I tried so hard. I thought that maybe if I just accomplished enough, they'd finally see me. They never did. But my grandmother, she did. Grams was the only one who made me feel like I mattered. Every Christmas, she'd pull me aside and slip me a separate little gift with a note saying, "For my strong girl, keep going." And when she got sick, she called me into her room alone and said something I'll never forget. She said, "Sweetheart, I know how this family works. I see the way they treat you. That's why I set aside something special for you. For your wedding, whenever it happens. Not for Alyssa. For you." It was a modest fund, nothing extravagant, but enough for a beautiful, meaningful wedding, and I held on to that promise. Through college, heartbreaks, and job stress, I held on to the idea that one day I'd get my moment. That for once. I'd get to be celebrated. Then I got engaged to the love of my life, Josh. He's kind, supportive, and actually sees me. I was over the moon. We were planning a small, intimate ceremony, just close friends, soft music, and vows under an oak tree in my favorite park. I called my parents, excited to share the news. My mom's reaction: "Oh honey, that's great. By the way, Alyssa's wedding is coming up soon. It's going to be huge. She's thinking of renting that beachside resort. Isn't that exciting?" I laughed awkwardly. "Yeah, sounds amazing. I'm going for something smaller." She barely heard me. "Maybe we'll combine some of the planning, save time." I'm sure Alyssa would love that. I should have known then, but I didn't, not yet. 2 weeks later, I asked my dad about Graham's wedding fund, the one she left for me. He went quiet, then he said, "Well, we had to use it." Alyssa's venue deposit was non-refundable, and she was so stressed. "We figured since you're keeping it small anyway." I thought I misheard. "You what?" He repeated it like it was nothing. Like they hadn't just spit on the only act of love I'd clung to for years. I couldn't even speak. I hung up and just sat there, shaking. Josh came in and saw me sitting on the floor, white-knuckled. I told him everything. He was furious. "That was yours," he said. "They had no right." It took everything in me not to call Alyssa and scream. but deep down, I knew she knew. She always knew. She's been taking what's mine since we were in diapers, and my parents always let her. But this time, I wasn't going to be silent. I sent them a message, calm, cold, and final. I know what you did. That fun was left to me, not Alyssa. You've made it clear my happiness never mattered to you. But now you've stolen from me, literally. I won't be part of this anymore. Don't contact me unless it's to pay me back. I blocked them all. It was the hardest thing I've ever done and the most freeing. For the first time in my life, I started building something that was just mine. My wedding. We paid for it ourselves. Small, magical, perfect. My dress was vintage. Our vows made everyone cry, and my in-laws. They danced with me like I was their own daughter. Alyssa posted her wedding photos like she was a Kardashian. I didn't even look. I didn't care. I was still living in her shadow, but of course, they came back. A few weeks ago, I got a voicemail from my mom. Her voice was hoarse. "Sweetheart, we need your help. Your father's been laid off. The house is in jeopardy. Please, can we talk?" I didn't respond. Then came the text. From Alyssa, "This is your chance to do the right thing. Family means everything. You always said you wanted to. Be seen, now's your chance to prove you're the bigger person." I almost laughed. The bigger person? When you stole from me? When you used my wedding fund for your fairy tale and then watched me pay for my own wedding without flinching? I ignored them. A few days later, Josh's phone lit up. A message from an unknown number. "Tell your wife her family needs her. They're her parents." He blocked it. They've started calling my coworkers. My boss asked if everything was all right. Apparently, my sister tried to explain how I was acting out, letting money go to my head, that I was neglecting my parents. In their hour of need. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I posted everything. Not online. I'm not looking for clout. I sent an email to my extended family, cousins, aunts, and uncles. I explained the fund, the betrayal, the years of favoritism, the emotional abuse. One included screenshots, receipts, proof. I ended it with this: I owe them nothing. I'm not heartless, I'm healing. And that healing began when I stopped expecting love from people who only know how to take. Since then, the silence has been deafening, except for one message. From my great aunt. She wrote, "I always saw how they treated you. I'm proud of you. That's all I needed. Now, I'm applying for a promotion that would move us across the country. A fresh start. A new chapter. One where I'm not the forgotten twin. Not the backup daughter. Just me. And for the first time ever, that's more than enough." Reddit. Am I the jerk for cutting them off completely, even now? Or was this the only way I'd ever be free?